If you'd like to see more of our videos, hit the subscribe button to stay on top of the market news. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today's October 21st, 2020, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the euro extending its rally to that upper range. But first, looking at the markets, no major economic event scheduled for today. But as we look at the Forex symbols, we're watching the British pound and the Aussie both bounce versus the dollar. And as we're looking at the indices, the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones slightly higher on hopes of a stimulus package being passed between the Democrats and the Republicans. Now, looking at commodities, gold trades higher, returns back on track, as we mentioned that before, on that uptrend. While oil looking to break out. Is it breaking out? It's above that $40 range, hitting into the $41 range. We're going to take a look at that in just a second. And lastly, looking at the stocks, they're currently in a state of drifting, okay? Lack of direction. Yesterday we had Netflix that came out with earnings. Nothing really to report there. No surprises. But let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start out here with the Euro USD at a daily chart. You can see pretty much we've had this nice rally from 117 up to 118.47 from the beginning of the week. And now we're extending that to that upper range. Now we do have this area that we would need to fill in if we're going to break out on the high side. 118.90-ish level is that resistance. The upper resistance is 119.50-ish level. So that's something to look forward to today if that does extend the rally. Now today would be that third day where it would rally into. So I'd like to see if that actually extends itself. Okay, that's a shorter time frame of a 4-hour time frame. As you can see here, it's a little bit clearer as we're getting and gaining into this area. Now jumping into the Gbp Usd, we said yesterday it was setting itself up to a symmetric triangle, as you can see here, and finally breaking above it, okay, as that takes on the upper side. Now it does need to follow through for it to be a bona fide breakout, so something to consider today if that actually happens and gets stronger versus the USD. Aussie dollar, same story. We were at a very important level yesterday. Let's jump to the Aussie dollar. Where we go, we were in an important place yesterday at 71.7027. We did bounce above it, okay, not hitting that low. So that's a really great sign, a really good opportunity to have taken, as that was a time frame support level for the Aussie USD. Now jumping into the USD Rand, okay, now I know everybody loves this, and this is getting more and more attractive as it's looking to break the 1641 and actually get stronger versus the USD. Now people don't realize when you're trading currencies, there's two currencies you're trading, right? There's the dollar and the rand, okay? So it's either the rand could get stronger or the dollar could get weaker. Okay, so it's two variables there that could actually move. Okay, so one variable right now is that the dollar is getting weaker across the board as we're seeing. And the other variable is that the rand could also be getting stronger as well. So it's something to consider there. Now looking at gold. Gold maintaining this, I would say, upwards momentum, and hasn't really breached it. It did breach it on Monday as we broke this 1901-ish level and bouncing off of it, but still maintaining that momentum, okay? But I would like to see this extended as we're continuing to trade this on the upside. Now jumping into oil, also extending its gains, 41.46, excuse me, and we're right there. Okay, we're really looking to break this out. Now this will be a very decisive day to see if this actually breaks out later today and goes on to the upside. So this could really be something very attractive if this continues its momentum, right, and goes up to this 42-ish level, or the upper 41-ish level on the upside. So something to consider if that actually happens today. Now jumping into the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. First the Dow Jones, a nice little pivot move yesterday. Now they bounced, okay, on very light volume, but nothing to really write home about, okay, because this is really pinned on the hopes that there will be a stimulus package coming out of the United States, which means more Americans could look forward to some money from the government, which means that they'll be spending more money, okay, keeping the economy alive, keeping the bloodstream going, okay. It's just a artificial way to funnel some activity okay, into the market. Okay, so that's something to consider as we're looking there. Now, looking at the NASDAQ, 11,716, and really, it's trading sideways. Okay, nothing really to write home about. If we look at the individual stocks, they're all still trading sideways as we're looking at them, okay, from day-to-day basis. Okay, now Apple, yesterday just bouncing a little bit and then retracing. Facebook also just really not much change there. Microsoft also just flirting on that 215-ish level. Okay, nothing really to write home about. Now, yesterday we did mention Netflix did come out with earnings yesterday. Okay, really lackluster, pretty much unchanged on the day. Okay, we're right back to where we were before. Okay, that particular news came out. So everything is factored in. Okay, now when you're in a factored in environment, that means I don't expect too many surprises. Okay, so the biggest surprise we have coming to us yet is the elections. Okay, even despite the pandemic and the fact that we may see a vaccine as early as mid next month, and despite the fact that we're going into a second wave in majority of the northern hemisphere, including the United States and Europe, okay, we haven't been out of it, and we don't expect any sort of surprises. The only thing that we're expecting as a surprise is or not, okay, is the U.S. election. So we'll speak about that more at our next Facebook Live, okay, in order to get some tidbits, in order to get some insight as to potential moves there. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.